Welcome to the first episode of Tome Troubles. I'm your host and your DM, JR, and with me, as always, is my illustrious co-host, Miss Melissa Ryan.
Hello.
So this is our first official Tome of Troubles that we're going to be dropping, and it's basically going to be a recap episode. We're going to discuss character stuff and things like that. So with this one, we're going to recap the most recent episode that dropped, which is episode 7. That was the episode where you guys first got to the city. You guys found the soothsayer, which you guys had been looking for. You guys had some crazy stuff happen, so why don't you go ahead and take it? What exactly happened this episode?
So in the episode we opened up, we had just walked through the courtyard or like out of the rubble, and we ended up going and we found the soothsayer. In speaking with the soothsayer, we got the bomb dropped on us that she is Miss Moogle's sister.
Yeah, that was pretty crazy. You guys definitely were not prepared for that.
We were not. But we got our, for lack of a better word, assignment from her on what we needed to do.
That's true. You guys got a little bit better idea where you needed to go continuing on.
Yes. And so we ended up going down to the catacombs, and we found an alchemy lab that was pretty wrecked up, and Umi picked up a case, and we carried that with us. We don't know for sure what's inside, but we're assuming that it's a gun based on what we saw around it.
Yeah, what all was with it? There was something with it that gave her the idea it was a gun.
We found bullets.
Found bullets, and then you found a manual.
Yes, of how to put it together.
Yeah, how to put it together and how it operates.
Umi failed her unlocking skills.
Yeah, she unlocked everything but the last case.
Yes, so we never actually got to see the gun in this episode. But that's based on everything else.
You guys assume it was a gun, yeah, which that's going to be interesting to see who's going to win the fight to take it.
I have my preferences.
For sure. But yeah, you guys got to that little alchemy lab area and had a little bit of trouble. Had a little bit of trouble getting to the next area.
We did. There was a puzzle.
There was a puzzle that you guys had to find before you could even do it. You guys did a big old circle on loop-de-loop before you even got to the puzzle.
We did. We circled around. We kept choosing which route to go. We kind of just, between me, Umi, and Diana, none of us really wanted to take the lead on which way to go. So we all just, whichever way two of us went is how we chose to go through the catacomb, which ended up being, yes, a circle. And we ended up back in the alchemy lab.
It did end up being a big old circle.
But then, and if I'm remembering correctly, because it's been a little while since I've listened to this episode, so while we were meeting with the soothsayer, she had said a almost riddle, but we gave Umi a little bit of crap for calling it a riddle because it wasn't so much a riddle as instructions.
Basic instructions, yeah.
Yes. So we found this puzzle. We ended up finding the puzzle, and with the soothsayer's instructions, we were able to open where we needed to go, and that got us to the next section.
Yeah, that was a pretty interesting part, just with the statues and the wrecked alchemy lab and the footprints in the dust that Diana had found, but there was nobody there. Just it was very interesting. It was very old school. That was kind of built almost like an old school D&D module, like where you start at the ground level of a dungeon / castle and work your way down. But you guys managed to get your way down pretty quickly, actually. I mean, it went pretty smooth, all things considered. You did give Umi some lip.
I always give Umi some lip.
You gave Leanne some lip about not being able to figure it out, but you guys got it squared away and moseyed on down. What was the biggest shock in this episode? Because there were a few things that were kind of shocking for you guys.
I would say the biggest shock to us was that the soothsayer was Miss Moogle's sister. When we found that out, it was crazy. I didn't see it going that way. And based on the reaction of Umi and Diana, I don't believe they saw it going this way.
Yeah, I don't think anybody saw that coming.
That was kind of I don't want to say smack in the face because it wasn't a bad thing.
It was definitely different. You guys were definitely not expecting anything like that.
Oh no, because Miss Moogle we knew that we needed to find the soothsayer to figure out how to find Miss Moogle. Or
well, and Miss Barbara,
give us a direction.
Miss Barbara was kind of shifty about why you needed to find her in the first place. And I mean, it's becoming obvious why she must have known too, which is interesting because how would she know if Miss Moogle was hiding it?
Yeah, which makes me think Miss Barbara had to be from her past, and maybe that's why she's there to help guard that secret.
Yeah, that's true. Especially, I mean, if she knew, if they were keeping it secret for a reason, and now people are dying and getting kidnapped, obviously there's something going on. So,
that was definitely our biggest shock of this episode.
for sure, we actually recorded this episode as part of a longer episode, and it got split. So there was a lot more that happened while you guys were recording this particular session that we'll be getting into the next time. So that's going to be a lot of fun because there was definitely an argument in the next episode over what happened towards the end of the next episode, which was a pretty interesting little discussion that you and I had to have over actions taken or lack thereof.
And I think that I will be proven right when you listen to this next part. But that's, yes.
Well, I guess we will see for that. On that note, we are going to let you guys go. Thank you so much for listening again. Tune in next week for another full episode. It will be episode 8. Not sure what the title is of that yet, but it's going to be episode 8. And we will see you guys next time. Be safe and prosper.